Okay, today is the 12th of March. This is my second video entry for term 2. So yeah, I've been working on these sort of quaver triplet sort of hemiola pattern things, ostinatos and melodies. I've been working predominantly on sort of like limb independence, i.e. getting the left foot in there, in between the sort of quaver patterns. I've been finding this quite difficult. I haven't really directly been working on these exercises. I've been working on other things which will sort of help me to be able to do this. So like a lot of the jazz independent stuff where I'm using the heel toe technique on the hi-hat. That's coming really sort of useful for ostinatos 2 and 5, where you've got the offbeat hi-hat, that 1 and 2 and so that's coming really useful. I've been studying some polyrhythm stuff with from the Pete Magadini book, and recently just been starting to delve into Marco Miniman's Extreme Interdependence book, and all these things have sort of been beneficial for helping me learn getting these exercises down, because I found once you get the coordination, once you get the sort of the ostinato going, I was able to sort of fit the melodies over the top. I also found out from watching my last video back, I didn't quite have the grooves down as solid as I would have liked. I kept slipping into this weird sort of, well, basically the last partial of the triplet I would play too late, so it would come, and it just wouldn't flow nicely as a solid, like 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet. And that was something that, from watching the video, my last video, I could see that, and I've been working on that, so I guess really discovered the benefits of making a video. So I'm going to play these, just the quaver triplet ones. Like I said, I'm quite comfortable with how the 16th ones were lined, so I've not been practicing them really like that. I have, however, been using some of those patterns in my Bim Band, Chabanda Gold, in the bridge and stuff, in one of our new songs. So yeah, I'll play these exercises now individually with each time system for each. Probably not all of them because I haven't got much time in the studio today, but I'll do the first 3. So that'll be exercises 11.11 to 11.13. I also found another really a useful way of learning these was with the click track, just to omit the right hand, and just because that was what I was finding difficult, was putting the offbeat hi-hat in between the partials of the triplet, like that. So I found that was a really beneficial exercise for me to do. Just not play the right hand and just really focus on this 1 and 2 and 3 and just get that really solid in between the last 2 partials of each quaver triplet. Also found having a metronome that did 8th notes really beneficial as well. I've got this new metronome Backbeat Pro, which I think Whitlam told you told Whitlam about. So I'll put a click track on it, 70 BPM. Having that 8th note in there is really good because it helps me sort of, as Tommy Igoe would say, that's your connective tissue for the groove. I still think he's a cock. So yeah, I'll play time systems 1 through with melody number 5, which is exercise 11.11 in the book. It's just alternative single stroke quaver triplet between the snare and the bass drum. that in between the offbeat hi-hat, in between two bass drums. You know, it's not a major thing. I will keep working on it though. So the next one will be Melody 7, which is the paradiddle. Quite literally the paradiddle. Alright, and with the offbeat. Every time I seem to play that last partial, it's getting that. Just trying to isolate there the problem areas where I'm having still putting the bass drum in between. Baby. Let me turn this shit up. So yeah. So generally I'm quite happy with the progression I've made there. I've learned some interesting sort of concepts and stuff in doing this. Some interesting techniques. I've got, it's opened my eyes up more now so to what I have left to learn. And that's sort of a lot more development of the independent stuff, which I will be spending the next few sort of weeks over the break, and really just trying to just develop some sort of level of ability where, I mean, obviously complete independence is not an option, but you know, just real good coordination and dynamic coordination as well. I understand that the dynamics they're sort of there, but I mean, this kit's not great, but that's no excuse. It could all be played a lot better, so I'm going to be still working on the internal dynamics of it all. That was something that I worked heavily on when I did the jazz sort of stuff, with the ride being the loudest, and you know, keeping the time on the hats, playing the hats nice and solidly. But I feel it's all starting to come together a little bit now. I'm feeling a bit more comfortable with for instance, a heel toe thing, which I've never tried before. It's all starting to sit nicely, and I'm feeling good about it. I was hating on these exercises when I first started them, but they do sound really nice when you get them. And other people are just sort of miffed by what the hell's going on, because you're playing so much at one time. And it's a lot to take in, but I've learned to be quite patient with myself with learning these, because and how to sort of like break it down, play it around once, have a bar of sort of space where you can sort of reflect on what you've just played, and I also, like I said earlier with the video, found that really beneficial, having that to look back on and just be like, okay, brilliant, I can now see what I'm doing wrong. So yeah, it's all good basically. Wicked. Ow, stuck my toe.